Hello and welcome to another stream of Dark Pictures House of Ashes. Doing a bonus playthrough. I started the playthrough last week and I knew that I wasn't going to get the game done in one stream, so I decided to do another stream of this after my GTA 5 stream earlier. So here we are with House of Ashes, and I'm working on getting all the characters killed in the game. My favorite character in this is Salim, and this is the only playthrough that I want to do where I kill off all the characters, because obviously it means killing off Salim as well. And he's my favorite character, and I don't want to kill him off in future playthroughs, so I'm ripping the band-aid off, so to speak, to get the ending where they all die, so I can have one playthrough where Salim dies, but never again after this. Hey there, Dedalith. Welcome on in. Hope it's going well. This stream will contain spoilers. So the characters that have died so far is just one, which is Eric. But the character of Clarice, she is quote-unquote dead, but she'll come back as a vampire later. But for all intents and purposes, she's already dead. I made a list of when the characters die and all that kind of stuff, so I can put Clarice down. Okay. Got a list of this. So Rachel, Nick, Jason, and Salim are the ones that remain. So in Act 2, Chapter 6, that's when Rachel can actually die. So I'll go to Rachel's page on the wiki. Possible deaths for the character. Act 2 is the assault. Alright, so I mean, there's a few different ways that she can die, but if Rachel fails QTEs to fend off the vampire that grabbed her, and Clarice is absent. Alright, well, keep an eye out for that, and then just not actually do the QTEs.
I'm not seeing anything come up, but I can hear them. Sounds like they're having way more fun down there than we are up here. Over.
As long as they keep the party to themselves, I'm happy. We got nothing on the cameras inside. Over.
Eyes alive.
Twenty-ninth of December. Pullman says the radio has been unintelligible. Once it's cut off from the outside world. Aline fought in the unintelligible. She's responsible. Personally, I still harbor doubts unintelligible. Although without proof, everyone remains a suspect. All I can do now is place sentries. Unintelligible.
clear for now.
If they hit us, my best hunch is it'll be from the chasm.
If? You feeling optimistic, Lieutenant?
We're facing an enemy we know zero about. An enemy of unknown size and their home turf. Sucks to be us. I don't know how long those doors can hold them back.
Radio's our best shot. We fix it up, call in the cavalry, even shit up a bit.
If there is a transmitter up there, it's gonna have a limited range. Damn it. If Eric had allowed close air support, those birds could have picked up the signal.
Trust Doc Price to fuck you in the ass. I'm gonna need a hand to get this up and running. Thank you.
Those things will kill you, Sergeant.
Yeah, like smoking is the biggest threat to my life right now. Fuck did I leave my lighter? It's just a ghost signal. Even without a transmitter, a radio picks up a faint signal. It's just ghosts, man.
So fix that transmitter. If we can establish a signal and contact CENTCOM, then we're one step closer to home.
I'll know, man. I'm no technician. If Merwin was here, though, he could fix it.
No shit. Embrace the suck.
Hey, Harbinger. Yes, good timing, dude. Welcome on in. You saw it on Discord while you're outside. Oh, cool.
سليم هو انت هم قريبين هالكلاب بيطلبوا حماية ما نقدرش نسيبهم يجمدوا لا احنا محتاجين الكلاب دول لنخرج من هنا انت اتجننت دول على الدوانة انت ما شفتش الغول في غول هناك هو ده العدو الحقيقي سليم انت اتجننت اسمعني ارجوك اسمعني قتلوا الامريكان كانوا هيقتلوني انا اسمعني انا شفت غول بعينيا دول وقتلت واحد اخرس وامشي ورايا انت سامعني خالص لا انت اسمعني دلوقتي يا اما تمشي ورايا يا اما خليك هنا واتعفن اختار الله يلعنك وحد لنفسك انا هقعد هنا
Shut it up! Get that transmitter working, now!
I need more time
Shit! Fuck this guy.
سلموا نفسكم ليا! We need to
flank him. Only way we're gonna get rid of this clown. Cover me! Shit, I'm hit! Where the fuck was my cover, Sergeant? Flank him! I don't have a clear shot. Push forward into the temple! Move! Put your shoulder into it!
Don't see the Iraqis.
If they got any sense, they'll stay back. Shit's about to get real in here.
Wait!
Rachel! You're alive?
Have any doubt, Marine? Where's Eric?
He's gone.
He's dead.
You can get past this, Rachel. Are you okay?
What happened to him?
Rachel,
Tell me.
he was shot by one of the Iraqis.
This Iraqi's still alive.
He is, and he's close.
It's good to see you, Rachel. Thought we'd lost you.
Who else made it through?
It ain't good. Merwin's gone. Those things, they got Joey, Clarice. What is it?
Clarice was infected. Those things, I don't know how. They got inside her. We tried to make it back up here, but she fell to her death.
One thing I've learned about this place, the dead don't stay that way. You armed? Make sure every shot counts.
All right, fall back to the main temple.
We can't lose the generator! We're blind without it!
I need help. We can't let any of those things through. They're inside already. We can't let any more in. Don't care what their invite says.
Hold the gate! I'll get the generator running! Fuck, that's all we need. Is this place mined?
Don't mind to know. need that generator running now, or we're all screwed! These fuckers won't in! It's not gonna hold! This is our house! Our rules! They're too strong! I can't hold them any longer! It's inside! Fucking inside! Slippery fucker! Fuck did it go? They're coming through! Fucking things are worse than sewer rats!
Sorry, chat. I'll catch up soon.
Fuck! You gotta be messing with me!
I need to mess up the QTE so Rachel dies.
King, now's about the time we bug out. Any objections?
They're breaking through the perimeter!
You got any bright ideas? Now's the time.
Come on. There's gotta be something. Wait! Yes! Okay, we can make for the catacombs. We need to go down!
Town? In case you missed it, that ain't the way out.
It's either that or we die where we stand. Everyone move to the east gate.
Go, get to the gate! This wasn't one of your better ideas, Rach.
Another one bites the dust.
Rachel! Shit. She's gone, buddy. You gotta evac. Stick to the walls!
They got her. Those fucking things got Rachel. We should have done something.
There was nothing we could do. Shh. Listen. Can you hear that? Blast must have cut us off. We should keep moving.
Alright, I'll pause it there as it's going through a transition to the next scene. Hey there, listener. Good morning to you as well. Welcome on in. Doing really good today, Lucinda. Yeah, things are going good. Had a good GTA 5 stream. Got a few missions done in a short time. And was checking some dialogues and stuff. And didn't have any more Hangout dialogue. There was a heist that I wanted to do before ending the stream. But it turns out that a mission that I was putting on hold with Michael has to be done first before you can actually do it. So I did all the missions that are prepping the heist and all that kind of stuff. But because I haven't done the Michael mission where he does yoga, it means that I couldn't actually progress. But that was still worked out well. So at the start of tomorrow's stream, I'll be able to kick it off from there and keep on going. But it's going really well, Lucinda. How about you? Hey, Brutus, welcome back. We are back indeed with more House of Ashes. Thanks for redeeming the Arnie impression, Harbinger. By May, taught you the 5-point palm exploding heart technique. Of course he did. Why didn't you tell me? I don't know. Because I'm a bad person. No, you're not a bad person. You are a terrific person. You're my favorite person. But every once in a while, you can be a real cunt. Thanks for redeeming that, Harbinger. Auto mod is slacking, you see. For now. But maybe it's just making you think that it's slacking so that when you actually try something on purpose next time, it might actually mess you up. But thanks for redeeming that, Harbinger. I would have allowed that anyway, even if Auto mod grabbed it. Hey there, Code. More like House of Unwashed. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sand. Anakin wouldn't like it very much. There's a lot of sand. There's a lot of surfaces that who knows what kind of like germs and things are actually down there. Although I'd be more worried about the vampires than the any dirt or something. But then the irony would be if you actually survived the ordeal, but then you died because you contracted some disease or something in the cave system. Brutus, this ain't no High School Musical no more. Miss Ashley, yeah, that's right. I never saw those movies, but Ashley Tisdale plays Rachel in this, and every Dark Pictures game has an actor that everyone might not know them, but there's at least one person in the cast who is not only the voice of their character, but they're actually their face as well. Whereas there's a lot of characters that are voiced by different people across the different games, even though the face model is the same, but with changes, of course, from game to game. But Ashley Tisdale is the one who is quote-unquote the celebrity performer. Coden also reminds you of the movie Alone in the Dark, the ending scene. I never actually saw that movie, but I remember seeing reviews on it, and having played the game that particular movie was based on, the game was much better. Although in recent times, I saw some like streams that were done of Alone in the Dark, New Nightmare, and yeah, the game doesn't seem like it's aged too well. Lucinda, you're doing well, and you slept well, ready for a new day. That's awesome. It's definitely good to get a good start, having had a good sleep beforehand as well. And thanks for checking out that tutorial video that I posted as well with Assassin's Creed Unity. Because when I watched, because he did a much longer video that goes for about an hour that covers that kind of stuff, and I remember watching that, and there was a lot of stuff that I didn't even know in that game that I found good to sort of like sink your teeth into as well. But I feel like the game itself could do a better job at explaining the differences for the player. Like actually have a more sort of like focused little bit of a tutorial on it, just quickly. That way you can sort of like, get the basics and that, just to isolate those moves and all that kind of stuff. So with Rachel having died, which happens in Act 2, Chapter 6, I can now put that character in the list of those who have died. So Clarice returns as a vampire, I think, unless she doesn't because of the way things went with the QTE scenario with her. But the next character in this who can die the earliest from this point on is Nick. Act 3, Chapter 5, The Vault. So we're still in Act 2 at the moment.
ارمي سلاحك بالانجليزي.
Hello again. My friend is not happy.
Yeah, I can see that.
What happened up there?
Your friend's a little too jumpy for my liking. It's making me nervous.
Lowering your weapon might help alleviate some of the tension.
اديله رصاصة في دماغه لو ما سمعش الكلام.
Can I get a little translation? Tell him to drop his weapon.
You're in no position to give orders.
You sure about that?
Make a move. I fucking dare you.
I feel like our uniforms are getting in the way of what could be a beautiful relationship.
ماش أهبل.
Shut up!
I say we drill these sorry-looking motherfuckers.
هما بيقولوا إيه؟
Nick, deal with this shit.
I don't know what to tell you. We could really use their help.
They're the enemy, Nicky.
I don't trust any one of you. It's them. We must get this door open. Why are you standing there? Help!
Don't even think about it.
Fuck, Jason! The enemy of our enemy is our friend! Move! Come on, man! Right now, we need every pair of hands we can get!
This looks like the worst place in the goddamn world.
Who's there? Who's there?
لحظة. كان عندك حق.
ساعدني.
It is Harbinger, yeah. So I'm going for the everyone dies ending. And because that includes Salim, of course, who is my favorite character, it means that this is the only time I'll be doing such a playthrough. Lucinda, yep, no problemo. You definitely needed some assistance. It had been a long while since you were in a situation in the AC games where your character would just look up and stare at the side of a building like, man, wish I could climb this somehow. Took you back to those AC2 days. That's true. Yeah, it's one of those things as well where, unfortunately, every game in the series still has those moments where you are like, why is the character not climbing this? And the annoying thing is, too, that in a lot of those situations, if you drop to the ground and then try again, the character will climb that same spot that they couldn't climb before. So it makes me wonder what is actually going wrong with the programming for that to actually happen. You know, so yeah, it's just one of those things. Even in the newer games, unfortunately, you get those moments where the character's like, what's this thing? Is this something I can climb? I climbed it a few minutes ago on a different structure, but I just can't climb it now for some reason. Listen to Rip Dar, that was his name, right? It was, yeah. So that dude is Dar. He was Salim's commanding officer. You forgot them for a while. Interesting. You also notice that when you drop, you have to keep pressing the drop button now too. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. Like if Arno is already hanging, if he's already grabbing to a building, if you hold down that button, he'll still cling to the building as he goes down. If there's like some objects that are sticking out from the wall that he's actually going down, if you actually have him going down with him facing where he's actually going, he'll actually parkour down onto whatever he can actually reach as he's going down. So like there might be like a lamppost that he'll jump down to, and then from that he'll jump down. So yeah, if you're hanging off something already and his back is facing the camera, holding down the button to go down will generally just have him stick to the wall and go down. But if he's actually facing what he's going down, and you actually hold the button down, he'll actually jump down onto things in like a forward going motion as he goes down too. So it's all about sort of like that perspective as well. There are some points too where you can actually hold down the button to do like a drop, but it's very few and far between where you can actually do that.
Teach you to mess with a Marine. What the hell? Don't you fucking move. You alone? Anyone else make it?
It all happened too fast. I think it's just you and me.
Just you and me, huh? Well, that's just fucking great.
I don't mean you any harm. I swear.
No shit. I'm the one holding the gun. You looking for trouble?
Says the American with the gun. Your friend said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That is not always true, but if we both want to live, we must fight as one. The sword and the shield.
Bit too wordy for my liking. But I'm in.
Hey, Lunch Baggy, welcome on in. How's things going? Okay, so there is still a bit of story left where these characters can survive for. So for those who might just be joining in, I'm doing a all characters die playthrough. So we've already lost some characters already, and we're still in Act 2 of the story. And the next character who's lined up to be able to die is Nick in Act 3. So we're definitely not in Act 3 yet. So Nick's safe for a little bit longer. The character of Jason, he dies in the same chapter in Act 3 as Salim does. So Nick is Act 3, Chapter 5, is the earliest at this point in the story where he can die. And then next will be Jason in Chapter 6 of Act 3, and then Salim in the same chapter of Act 3. So Jason and Salim get to last a little bit longer than Nick does. But it's going to be so, like, getting this ending means, of course, that my favorite character, Salim, has to die. So that's going to be unfortunate. But it'll be good to get this playthrough out of the way, because you can bet your ass in the next playthrough I do of this game, which will be in October, as part of the supermassive marathon I'm doing, that Salim will survive that playthrough. But to get the trophy of all people dies in this game, which is what I'm going for, unfortunately Salim has to be part of that too. You going good, Lunch Baggy? You've just been playing Starfield but chilling now. Oh, so how are you finding that game? Because since it's come out, like, I've read some mixed stuff about it, but I haven't really looked into the actual game itself, though.
If I think for 1 second you're trying to cross me, best believe me. Following second you're dead.
I kill vampires. You think I'm afraid of a jarhead?
Salim, the vampire killer. Now, if they were to do a sequel to House of Ashes, going off an ending where Salim actually survives, and Jason as well, because I like the friendship that develops between these two characters in the narrative, I could imagine them both going around the world, searching for other, vampire nests around the world and eradicating them. That could be like a cool sequel that's not necessarily have to be done in the same style as the Dark Pictures games, but it could be like an extra way to get more out of the characters. Sort of like doing side stories in a way, but branching off into their own sort of thing as well. Because I think that'd be quite cool. Maybe they could add more of an exploration element and not so much the choice-based kind of stuff. But yeah, I really like how their friendship develops. Brutus, you can't recommend it. I really can't recommend Starfield. Yeah, it's one of those things where I didn't really have any sort of like investment in the game before it came out, so I wasn't really following it and all that kind of stuff. Lunch Baggy, it's amazing you got over 24 hours into it now. That's definitely a good chunk of time to get into the game and get used to it and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I do like stories that are set in space and have like space exploration and all that kind of thing. But if I do play it, it'll probably be a very long time until I actually get to it.
That looks like our best way through.
One of us holds up the gate. The other can slip through.
Go!
Are you okay?
What do you think? It's blocked. I gotta find another way around.
I think there's a way through. I just need to clear it from my side.
Do it quick. Those things could be anywhere. You got any idea what we're dealing with?
They're vampires.
Not possible.
My father once told me, if something looks like shit and smells like shit, you don't have to taste it to know that it's shit. Believe me, they're vampires. We must work together to defeat them.
Yeah, it's beginning to look like that.
Go ahead.
Thanks.
I have Lunch Baggy, yeah. I've played The Quarry. I did the first playthrough when it came out. And then for October last year, I actually did a movie mode playthrough of it, where before you start the game, if you go into movie mode, you can choose that all the characters will die and then watch it all play out, or you can choose that they all live and watch it all play out, or you can go into each character that you play and change their traits and choose how you want them to react in certain situations. So if they are faced with a situation where they have to run away from something, for example, you can choose to have them be someone that's very panicky. And so you can change those sorts of things. And then once you've set all those little parameters for each character, then you watch it all play out. So I did that type of playthrough for Halloween month last year of The Quarry. So when I do it in October this year, it'll be my third playthrough of the game. But I really liked it. I enjoyed it. For some, it doesn't quite reach the level of Until Dawn. And I feel like Until Dawn is a very good bar for them to look at, because it is a really, really good game, Until Dawn. I would say, though, that the Dark Pictures games have definitely added some improvements along the way with the formula. And a lot of things in The Quarry were done well, too. It's interesting with The Quarry how they changed up the whole choice thing. I mean, there are some choices in it that you have to be quick and think what you want to do. But a lot of the choices you have like you don't have a timer on a lot of the choices like you do in Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures games. And I think that can actually help certain players as well. But the other thing that's great about these games is the accessibility options that they've got. if you're someone who struggles with tapping buttons really quickly, you can actually change it so that the button tapping QTEs just require you to press and hold the button down and all that kind of stuff. Lunchbaggy, you love The Quarry, and yeah, movie mode was cool. You don't have it installed anymore. Oh yeah, it's like the humor in it doesn't. I don't think it hits for everyone. Like I've seen some people play it, and the humor that they have sort of like is like crickets responding. But I sort of liked it. You know, it's very sort of like reminiscent of what you might see in you know, certain kind of like comedy horror movies, you know, and that kind of thing. You had to turn off the don't move thing or something, whatever it was in the game, because it was bugged out and kept failing. Oh no, I hate when that stuff happens. In The Devil in Me, there's actually a part, and I hope they've patched it. There's a part where they want you to spam pressing a button because there's a situation that's really urgent. The split second you succeed in the QTE, they throw up another one quickly, which is just a single button press, but it's a different button. So when you think about it, you're hitting the other button really fast to try and get it done before whatever happens in the game at that point is about to kill you or whatnot. And because you're pressing it so fast, naturally you're going to just keep pressing it until it actually accepts that you've succeeded, right? But you don't know the timing of it. So you could keep tapping and then you'll fail the next QTE part simply because they throw it up too quickly. And I think that what they should have done in that case then is they should have made it the same button that you're pressing to actually spam, because it was a different button to press a single thing. Hey there, Ryu. I hope things are going well. Lunchbaggy, maybe was your controller or bugged. That's true. Could have been something like that. Hopefully, though, they've patched that kind of stuff.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when we get out of here?
Hold my son. How about you? What'll you do?
I'll probably just go for a drink. You seem like you got your head screwed on, so I gotta ask, what the hell made you sign up with Saddam?
For us, we had no choice.
Oh, that's great, Ryu. I'm glad to hear that you're going well, dude.
Your friend Nick? I like him. He was good to me.
Circumstance. Any other day, he'd put one between your eyes.
What is the meaning of those markings on your hand?
It's to honor the dead. It's the reason I fight.
It's as good a reason as any.
It's a damn good reason. The only reason.
I have no grievance with you.
Maybe you need to switch on the news.
Listen. There was a man once who built his house on the banks of a river. When the floods came, his wall washed away. When the droughts came, the water dried up and the man was thirsty. All day, the insects bit this man's flesh. Yet each night, he says to his wife, "We have all the fish we can eat." Your people chose this war, Jason.
I think you need to give your mouth some rest. I say we get the fuck out of here.
You don't you dare tell Salim what to do or when to shut up. Yeah. Ooh, he was so fucking close to eating Blade. He really, really was. Like, that was very, very close. Because I haven't done a playthrough of this game yet where I've killed everyone, this is a scenario that I haven't actually seen, I don't think. Lunchbaggy, you can't let anyone die in any game you play, lol, especially like The Walking Dead, etc. with choices. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes these games like to throw things at you that might make you sort of like have to think quickly, and sometimes you might accidentally press the wrong thing because you're looking at the options and then you press the button and you're like, oh shit, I didn't want to do that. I've had games in general with QTEs where I accidentally press both buttons at the same time because my thumb goes to press the right button, but it also touches the wrong button. And some games, of course, don't mind if you do that as long as you're actually pressing the button at all that is required. But there's other games where if you press any button other than the one that the prompt says, then it's instant, fail.
Looks to me like a medical bay.
This could come in handy.
If you want to stick 60-year-old explosive in your bag, be my guest.
Those chemical weapons are close, right?
Every time you say something smart, you follow it with something dumb. It's caverns.
Whatever's down there, those explorers got there first. Hold up, will you?
What are you doing? You think they're still alive? That's hopeful.
Hope is all we got left. That your wife?
It's funny how you can know someone for years and never really know them. I had no idea my captain was married.
That the asshole you were with earlier?
He didn't make it.
Works for me. One less bad guy to deal with.
A time will come when you'll deeply regret this manner.
I don't carry regrets. this place is a jack in the box? What do you make of it?
It's like nothing I've ever seen.
You see that elevator cable? The explorers must have gone down.
I don't think they made it back up.
That winch still looks functional.
No.
No?
We are not going down there. The archaeologists didn't make it out. What does that tell you?
We're not archaeologists?
Our world is up there, not down below.
Well, there's an army of monsters between us and the world above. They're close. Fired up.
You crazy? If those vampires come from anywhere down there, you really want to find them in their own home?
That's what I've been doing since I set foot in this country. Get that elevator working.
We're on an express elevator to hell. Hey there, Senny. Thank you so much for the raid, Crooked. Welcome on into you and your raiders. I hope everyone's doing well. How was your stream, dude? Hope you had a good one. Oh, the game's going really good. Thanks, Crooked. We are on track so far to kill off all the characters. So we've got 3 characters left, and we're in Act 3 coming up. So it'll be late in this act when these other characters are going to buy it. Lunchbaggy, this world would be terrifying to actually be in. It really, really would. And even if you know how to kill the creatures, it's another thing to actually be able to achieve that. If they're vampires, then they should really call Blade to take care of them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd make quick work of them, I think. Crooked, it was good, thanks. You played a bit more Burnout, and you're up to the last Grand Prix now, so you didn't have time to stream long today, but you got to prep some stuff for the vacation. That's understandable, dude. You know, getting ready for that and being able to only do short streams. It's good that you've got some games there that you can stream and make progress on in short amounts of time as well. Glad to hear that it went well.
An ancient horror has awoken from its slumber and is hungry for blood. Shall we see how many have fallen into shadow? Ah, Rachel. A second name in the ledger. Casualties are starting to mount. We'll never know if she and Eric could repair the wreckage of their marriage. It's almost as if you're trying to get them killed. Let's hope nothing unfortunate has befallen Sergeant K. Those taken by the Abyss seldom live to tell the tale. As for Jason and Salim, sworn enemies who cannot seem to bury the hatchet, unless that hatchet is buried in a bag. I don't want to seem like an ungracious host, but time is against us. I'll be here to greet your charges as they cross the finishing line, or to bury what remains of them under it.
Like Harry says, it's almost like you're trying to kill them. It's like, yes, curator, this is what I'm trying to do. Exactly.
Again? Jesus, Eric, how many times? This is me. This is my way of dealing with it, and I'm done trying to explain it to you. Yes! Yes, this is my life now, and I'll live it on my terms. Wait, what did you just say?
Bad time?
Yeah, it's a real fucking bad time.
I'm just dropping off the files you requested.
Not now. I said not now.
Well, I didn't mean to upset you.
It's not you.
Seems like out here we're all running away from something. I know I am.
You were caught up in that mess at the checkpoint. You shot that woman. No, it's okay. You can talk to me.
It's just everyone seems to have an opinion on it. I'm dealing with it in my own way.
Are you?
You got your own problems. And whoever that was, that sounded like a gold medal asshole. Whatever it is, you'll deal with it. I'll say the word, and I'll handle it for you.
Hey there, I'm in a bear suit. How's things going?
Jason. Jason, you here?
Who are you?
Yeah, Crooked. Ancient horror from the old kingdom. Literally.
Fuck this!
What is happening? What are you?
I'm Batman. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
Jason. I'll find you, buddy.
Oh, really? I'm in a bear suit. First day back to work after the weekend. Oh no, feels like a Monday. I'm glad that it's going pretty well, but that would be a really weird feeling. Because you're just like, hang on, it's not Monday.
Fucked up shit in my life. Nothing comes close to this. They don't seem to be following.
Do you like to wait for them, or...?
Don't need to be a smart ass. Just move. What is that? Cocoon? It looks like those things came from here.
Smells like formaldehyde.
Since when did you become a scientist?
They don't teach you American science at school. We should stay clear of it.
just for those who might be curious about that secret that we found. More info on it. Cocoon, an organic structure filled with unknown fluids, bearing the impression of an inhuman creature. There's this movie, I haven't actually seen all of it, but it's called Planet of the Vampires. And it's not exactly like this game's scenario, but it's a sci-fi horror movie from like, I think it was the 40s or 50s. I just thought of it again now. One of those classic explorers or whatnot go on a planet, and turns out that the planet's actually inhabited by creatures that you would think would not be on a different planet, but are. Won't worry about looking at that. There's some stuff I'm not worried about looking at, just for time's sake, for this playthrough. I've read some stuff here and there, but not much in depth. But next year, I would definitely like to do more playthroughs of these games. And I was actually thinking of maybe doing like an intense focus playthrough on each game where I actually go and get all the collectibles and find all the secrets and read all the documents. Because I haven't done that for any of the games in the Dark Pictures series yet.
Yeah, what you said. What the fuck is this place?
What is this hell? Is this even real? We are being judged. God is punishing us all for the mistakes we've ever made. Zane is all I have left in this world. After my wife left us, I gave him my all. I wanted him to have everything I didn't.
Single parent. Tough fucking gig.
It is. But my boy has made me very proud. He's going to London, to university. If only he would stop stealing. I miss him so much. Is your conscience clear, Jason?
Green zone. Checkpoint.
What checkpoint?
Nick and I, we were caught in traffic. Checkpoint had been hit before by suicide bombers. There was a woman. She was carrying a bag. Fuck.
Tell me.
I ordered for her to stop, loud and clear, but she didn't. She just kept on walking. I had to make a call. Nick, he shot her dead.
What was in the bag?
Groceries.
I don't understand. Why didn't she stop?
She didn't hear me. She had fucking headphones on. Huh. This bullshit. I'm not here to honor the dead. Truth is, my life was going nowhere fast. I jumped at the chance to sign up.
We all have our reasons. They don't have to be profound.
Profound, huh? When those towers were hit, I was stoned out of my fucking skull. I didn't even hear about it till a week later. How's that for profound? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here.
You're serving your country.
That woman had a family, friends. She had her whole life in front of her, and we snuffed it out with a single bullet. I mean, what the fuck? I can hear you thinking.
We're waiting for something to happen. Maybe we should take the initiative and make something happen.
What'd you have in mind?
We go inside there, and we find a way to hurt them.
Those fucking things tried to fuck with our heads. They tried to kill us. But you and I, we're both standing. Start believing, Salim. We're gonna get out of here and see the sun again.
Is that what you truly believe?
Hoorah!
What on earth is that sound?
It's a Marine thing.
Oh. So, does that make me a Marine too?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, huh?
Okay.
Hey, whatever happens out there, I've got your back.
We'll stand together. It's the only way.
Yeah, Lucinda, it's like we've got all this dialogue happening, and I'm like, little do they know that some particular person who's playing and streaming this game right now is going to be killing off all the characters. And unfortunately, it's going to be including Jason, Salim, and also Nick, who are the only three that are actually left alive. And the game's rubbing it in. It's like, we'll give these characters some really great moments, some great sort of lines of dialogue, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, sorry, for this playthrough, it's not going to turn out quite like that. Hey there, Spectrum. I hope things are going good. Listen, I can hear you put your face and your hands going through the mic, Love Mazel. Yeah, it's like, oh my god. It's like my favorite character in the whole game, Salim. And it's like having a playthrough where he dies. Like, I think this is my third playthrough. It could be the fourth one of this game, and I've never had him die because I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let Salim die. But I want to get the trophy for all the characters to die in this playthrough. So yeah, but the only other time that I'll probably do a playthrough where Salim dies is if, in order to get all the collectibles in the game, there comes a point where he has to die. But I don't know that yet. But in the future, I would like to do playthroughs of all the supermassive games where I do get all the collectibles and read all the documents and all that kind of stuff, because I haven't done that with any of the games yet. But yeah, for this playthrough, need to kill off all the characters. So unfortunately, that also means killing off Salim as well. Lewis, are you sure you have to kill Salim? You mean it is your stream? You can change the rules. That's true. I could if I wanted to. I could be like, nah, I won't get the trophy. But I'm going to stick with it and get it. That whole conversation there. Like, obviously, if you don't choose to talk about the checkpoint, you don't get that whole big scene. And I think it's really good. It's really important because up until this point, whenever Jason has been faced with the topic, especially from Nick, he sort of wants to shut it down a lot, which is understandable because that's probably how he deals with it. Whereas Nick is sort of dealing with where it's like, for Nick, it's almost like, oh, well, it's just another day during a war. But for Nick, it really sort of like, affected him. And it has affected Jason as well. It's just that you as the player don't really get to see that side of Jason, I don't think, unless you actually choose that line of dialogue where he talks about the checkpoint. But it's also a great moment between the two characters as well. And it plays back to the prologue, how you have the two characters, and obviously, when you play the prologue, you can choose to betray the other character if you want to, but you can also choose not to. And that theme of two opposing sides working together to overcome adversity is definitely something that is embodied in the characters of Jason and Salim as well, where you can go that point where they're not bumping heads against each other. They're actually working together to actually survive the situation. Doing very well, thanks, Spectrum. Things are going good. How about you? Lucinda, we will be here to grieve with you. Yes, it's going to be like, ugh, why? Why? Oh, that's good to hear, Spectrum. I'm glad that you're doing well. Well, I can tell you one thing. This is not the Emerald City from Wizard of Oz. That's for sure.
What is this?
Brutus, you'll probably be in bed by then, but Lucinda will still be here. You will be spared seeing the demise. Oh yeah, Spectrum, Fungus City. Like, who knows what kinds of, like, bacteria and everything.
Stay close. This gotta be where those things come from.
I think so. The question is, where the hell are they?
Nice reference, Spectrum. They're here.
Salim, over here.
Poltergeist.
What do you make of it?
This place could have been down here for thousands of years.
God didn't make these creatures.
No. It's possible we've got this wrong way around.
What's that supposed to mean?
Maybe we're intruding on them.
Salim, check this out.
Sounds like music.
That don't sound like any music from where I'm from.
Okay, maybe not music. Could be, a language.
You've seen those motherfuckers. They're not exactly the chatty type.
Mysterious artifact. A strange handheld device that emits a sonic chord when touched. It seems the creatures used advanced technology to craft sonic devices of unknown purpose.
This moth is everywhere.
Is it just me, or is it alive?
Spectrum, you'd call it music? Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting aspect that they included in this. So this is kind of like a mini reference to the space jockey in the movie Alien. Except in that movie's case, it's much bigger than this. But we can see that this quote-unquote vampire is on it. At least I think it's supposed to be a sort of like craft of some kind.
Slee, check this out. It's one of those creatures, only older.
Ancient.
You don't think it's alive, do you? Touch it.
You touch it.
Pussy. Fuck, that was close. Thanks.
Did you see that?
Of course I fucking saw it.
That creature is fossilized. Must be millions of years old.
Yeah, listen, it's like, you touch it. It's like, no, you. It had like a glowy thing up there after it fell off, but it might have just been a glitch where the indicator to tell you that you could actually interact with it was still happening, even though the cutscene had already played out.
Shit.
Look at him.
Check out that armor. This guy's goddamn biblical.
Shit! Did you see that? I think he's still alive.
Oh, that's impossible.
In this place, everything's possible.
Holy shit. Fucker's been alive all this time? Just sitting here with half a head?
Fluid. It must have preserved his flesh, his brain. What should we do? We can't leave him like this.
Well, shit. He's had enough time to get used to it.
I'm serious. Oh! The noise will attract the vampires. I'll do it. ارتاح دلوقتي في موتك.
let's just think about that for a moment. Like, so that character there that we saw, he was in the prologue, and thousands and thousands and thousands of years have passed. Now just imagine what could be going on in that character's brain for that long. Granted, it's not clear, I don't think, or at least not to me, whether or not they were consciously aware that they were still alive the whole time, or whether it's only because they interacted with him and woke up, so to speak. But in any case, like, just imagine that, like, and how much, like, might have happened, like, the whole time. Like, you think about waiting for, like, an hour in line somewhere. Imagine being for thousands of years in one spot and not being able to move, and your brain's still active, and you're still comprehending things. Like, that would be absolutely fucking freaky. Yeah, Lucinda, like, holy shit. It's a nice jump scare as well, because there's several shots of it before the eye actually opens. So in some ways, they're trying to make you anticipate a jump, but then make you think, oh, there's probably not going to be a jump now. But then, boom. Hey, Arthur, how's things going? Welcome on in. That's a cool Mega Man dancing emote. Nice. Maybe he fought Disco Man, and that's the ability that he got from him. Actually, that makes me think there was some really cool metal remixes of Mega Man music that I used to listen to years ago. I have to actually track them down again, because I love remixes of classic video game music. Especially the Mega Man 2 theme. That's a really good one. Arthur, that's finished streamer's Status D emote. Status was in your summer car video game voice actor. These games are Survivor Gym workout. Now it's feeling jacket empty, now eating and resting. Easy work day today. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, it's very creative to see an emote like that as well. But yeah, I haven't actually seen that one before. That's cool that it's been created. So are you saying that the streamer was actually is also a voice actor as well? Or is there an actor from My Summer Car that is actually in these Dark Pictures games? Glad to hear that you survived the gym workout. That's definitely good. And I hope that you enjoy your rest as well. That would definitely be something that I imagine you would look forward to.
Sleep.
What is it?
I think we hit the mother lode. You thinking what I'm thinking?
You thinking cocoons?
Yeah.
Then I am thinking what you're thinking.
Quietly.
Theory, if you understand right, Status was my summer car beta tester before game launching. His voice was in character in Johnny, City Johnny in a yellow car, who want to be killed if you continue the story. That's really cool that they got their voice into the game. That's awesome, actually. At this point, Nick is still alive, but in terms of like the hierarchy of which character dies the earliest from this point on out of Nick, Salim, and Jason, it will be Nick, who is the next one to go. I'm using a guide, by the way, to make sure I actually get the outcome that I want. And it says that the earliest that Nick can die is in Chapter 5 of Act 3. And we're in Act 3 at the moment. There's a section where they decide to advance upon the mother lode. And so that's where Nick can potentially die. Oh, that's okay, Arthuri. There's definitely no trouble at all. If there's ever any sort of like clarification and stuff that I'm not sure of, then I definitely don't mind asking, and even if you have to type it again or whatnot. But that's no worries at all, Arthuri.
I got something for you! Run, for God's sake, run! I'll cover you! Go!
Shit, Nicky. You turned up like the fucking cavalry. I thought you were dead.
Not my time.
Not yet, anyway.
Glad
Sorry,
you're here,
Nick.
man.
This place.
Yeah, Lucinda, not yet his time. He has to live a little bit longer.
What is this place? We need a plan.
Fuck those things up and get the fuck out.
Good plan.
Sergeant K, what do we got left?
So we got 8 clips of 556 FMJ, 3 40 mil high X rounds, a couple of 9 mil pistols, 4 clips between them. We'll make that work. Huh. Plus 2 phosphor rounds. And 1 block of composition C4. All in, it's not enough.
We've also got this.
It's old, unpredictable.
We work with what we got.
Our fuses are shot, but we can use the C4 to detonate them. Let's just hope they still pack a punch.
The vampires come from those cocoons. You saw how many there were in that vault? There could be thousands in there.
So we blow them up. Burn as many of those motherfuckers as we can and head for the surface. What do you think, Sergeant?
Hoorah.
Looks like our explorer friends are here too. We should search this place before we move out.
Harbinger, here is a bunch of gear. Thanks. I won't be taking any. We're all going to die. Shh. Harbinger, don't tell the characters that. We don't want to spoil the twist that I have in mind for them. Hey there, Adrian. Welcome. I hope things are going well.
Could have used Rachel right now. Wish we could have saved her.
Can we talk about something else?
Of course. Tell me about the explosives. Feeling good about them?
Good as it can be.
Adrian was just randomly curious about the origin of the word pencil. Well, it's the Latin word penis, probably pronounced differently. Oh, really? The classic situation where there's like a word that looks like it's meaning one thing, but the pronunciation is different to that.
What's got your attention?
This journal describes this as a means of communication. A way we could talk to the enemy, perhaps. Please, allow me a moment to focus.
Well, looks like you're onto something. I'll come back soon.
A quote from Resident Evil comes to mind. See, relax, and play.
Over here. I found something.
Adrian, penis tall, peniculus brush, pencil old French for pencil.
It makes for an interesting read.
I've never been one for books. Wait for the movie to come out. The fuck is that?
Oh, it's singing.
What do you make of these carvings?
It's a language formed from chords, musical scales, sonics. Mary was a pianist. She deciphered it. She thought these carvings represented the stars. Do you see? It's Cetus, the whale.
That language sounds a little like Morse code.
No, it's more musical than that. It has a pitch, a rhythm, color. According to the journal, there was only one scale of sound in the device. But Mary was studying it alone. I think there may be another. I'm going to need your help.
Name it.
This console is too big to operate single-handedly. Isn't that something? And Mary believed that these creatures were once peaceful. Their language was one of music. How could they not feel emotion? Then a tragedy fell upon them. Their great empire collapsed. Their music fell silent, and they turned on each other. What happened? A sickness? A madness? What turned them from architects into killers? Whatever it is, it twisted them. Now they're creatures of hate. Animals. Dead things. No one left to kill. So they slept. And they waited. They waited for us.
Is anyone buying this shit?
I don't know, but Old Mother Mary was right about one thing. There's no more good in this place. Then come on, let's go burn these motherfuckers.
Adrian, so I guess they also named the male appendage after the Latin word for tall. Checks out. Yeah. Thank you so much, AC, for the follow. I see that you've already posted in chat in the past. So I know that there's been some weirdness happening sometimes with Twitch where you follow a channel and for some reason it unfollows you. So sorry that you have to wait again for the 10 minutes before you can type. But thank you so much for the follow again. Because I can see that you've got a couple of messages where you've come in with a raid before, and the only way you would have been able to actually do that is if you had actually followed before, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to chat. But thank you so much for the follow again, AC. But sorry about the time. I wish they had a thing where you could actually isolate it for individual people, whereby when you know that the person's okay and that they check out, that you can actually, stop the 10-minute wait for them. But unfortunately, because of the stalker issue I've had on the channel for years now, I had to put something in place with follows and also preventing spam sort of like messages and stuff from people who like bots that raid and actually have like a message as well and things like that. So sorry about the wait on that, AC, but it's good to see you in chat. Adrian, you wonder why these devs stopped working with Sony. I'm not too sure, to be honest, because I know that Until Dawn is exclusive for PlayStation, but I don't know whether it was just a thing where they felt that they wanted to reach more console players than just the PlayStation. So, of course, for the Dark Pictures games, they're multi-platform, same with The Quarry as well. As nice as this anthology at least came out, there was this movie Devil from 2010 produced by M. Night Shyamalan that was supposed to be the first in the Night Chronicles series. Granted, Devil wasn't all that good as a movie, so that's probably why other Night Chronicles movies never got made. Yeah, the movie Devil, I've seen it a few times actually, the one from 2010, and you're right, it's not all that good. I do like it though. For me, it might fall under the so bad it's good type of thing, where I just like the situation in the movie and the characters trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, it's definitely not something I would say is up there with his best work like The Sixth Sense or something like that. But I think they started production or they started development of the next one in that anthology, but then because of Devil not performing that well, I think the next one that they were prepping got cancelled. It's always a little embarrassing when the title includes the number one and sequels never get made. Very, very true. That's why if you're ever gonna do a movie, don't put one in the title, just in case you don't end up getting it. Adrian, example: The Night Chronicles 1, Devil, or Doug's first movie. Yeah. It also makes me think of like horror movies that go, the final chapter. It's like, yeah, sure, we believe you.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Those mounds are made of cocoons. Thousands of them. If we set the charges there, they'll all burn.
Shit, they're hatching. We gotta move. Quick. Okay, listen up. We've been hit hard tonight. We lost brothers. Rachel's gone. So's the Colonel. But now, it's time to get some payback. We plant charges on as many of those clusters as possible and then detonate them remotely. Second those charges go off, we haul ass to the exit. If luck is on our side, we'll do more than fry a few vampires. We'll create a diversion. Salim, you ready?
I am.
Okay then. Let's get loose, kids.
Okay. Who's going to place the dynamite?
Alright, fuck it. I'll do it.
You're crazy. We'll do it together.
Nah, the more of us down there, the more chances we'll get seen. Takes a detonator. If I don't make it...
Nick!
Hear me out. If I don't make it, I want you to blow those charges. Just don't go getting trigger happy on me.
Every step of the way, you keep in radio contact.
And if there's no radio signal?
Then I'll pop a flare. See it go up, you hit that detonator.
Be quick and be safe. You hear me, buddy?
Oh, really, Adrian? Well, that worked out well for them then. They already knew the second movie was out in Japan of Pokemon. Alright, so I need to fail this on purpose so that Nick can die.
Can't make it out.
First dynamite is down. Over.
Gotta fail the keep calm segment as Nick.
All clear from up here, buddy.
Which way? Left or right?
We're not seeing any movement. It's your call.
I could also choose to go left.
Going left.
And fail the keep calm segment. Sorry, Nick, but your time is up now. Then it's Jason and Salim's turn. Gotta fail this on purpose.
Well, that's kicked the hornet's nest.
Holy shit.
It's getting kind of hairy down there, brother. Why don't you ditch the rest of those charges and head back?
Look at that, man. It's the mud road.
It's too far.
Alright, so I'm going to advance and then fail the keep calm. That happens.
This is way too easy.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is it?
There are too many. He's a dead man.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Wait! What will warning him do now? There is no way out.
Hey, how's it looking up there?
You know he won't make it. Let him finish his work. You won't even feel it when it comes.
It's clear, Nick. You're all clear.
Good to hear. Placing charges now.
I know I'm doing this for the trophy, but that's... Sorry, Nick. The game's robbing salt in that by going, we're going to make the character of Jason be upset. We've got to fail this. Sorry, Nick. And then there was 2. Might take a while for me to be able to respond to chat, so sorry, chat.
Rest in peace, Nikki.
Alright, it's going to transition for a moment. Harbinger, the music is great here. It really is. Yeah. No way. Who would have seen that coming? Oh yeah, I know, right? I didn't see it coming. No. I don't know what you're talking about. So there we go. So that's Nick. So we have the two characters of Jason and Salim left in this game. So the chapter in which they can die at this point is Semper Fi. Now it's going to be a bit complex because there's some different mechanisms of the kill that happens. So there's a head crushing for both characters. For Salim, there's a mauling that can happen as well. So the head crushes happen if Jason chooses to rescue Salim, but they both fail to fight the vampires. And with Salim, if he fails to fight the vampires, he gets his head crushed. So it seems like their two deaths are actually linked, if I'm reading this right. So here goes.
Quickly! The ropes!
What is it?
Now the part of the playthrough is coming up soon that I was not looking forward to.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's her. She's climbing up. You have to cut the rope.
Long live the Queen.
Hey there, AC. 10 minutes, but you're impatient. Want to chat now? Rigged. Thank you so much for your patience, AC. Good to see you. I hope things are going well.
Allahu Akbar. Look! There's a way out!
Their life is in my hands now. Maybe I've fucked it up. Oh no, hang on.
alive. We're fucking alive. This is Bellman 2-1 actual to Coyote 2. Radio check, over.
This is Coyote 2, solid copy. Evac units are being prepped. ETA 5 hours. Wait. Over.
Yeah, Lucinda. I just don't know though. I'm just confused because I think part of me is worried that I'm not going to get the ending that I want because of everything. But the way that the thing describes it, it talks about head crushing, which I don't remember there being a situation in the house where a head crushing could happen. But maybe that is where it happens.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome. We fucking did it!
Look around you. So quiet.
You think those shepherds are still around here? I could use a cold one.
I must return home to my boy. He must be worried about me. Oh, no. Not again.
They are coming! Get to the huts!
Sorry guys, but you're not going to survive this playthrough.
Seal the exits! We hold them here!
How much time do we have?
You tell me, I don't know shit about space! Contact!
Hold your ground! Hold your ground! There are too many of them!
I'm almost out!
There has to be another way out. Are those flares?
Where are the bullets?
Fuck it! We use what we got.
It's been interesting knowing you.
Sorry, I gotta do this for the ending, so they all die. No! You son of a bitch. Damn. That's it, stream's over. Thanks for watching. No, just kidding. This is an alternate reality that we're witnessing now. It's not the actual truth of what happened. It's not my canon version of this. Rest in peace, Salim and Jason. This is just an illusion. This isn't real. This isn't what really happened. Salim is just going to wake up. It'll be all a bad dream. I'm in a bear suit. Bad time for an eclipse to happen. It sure is. Like the universe was like, let's just wait.
This is Rhino 1-5. Situation's FUBAR. All friendlies KIA. You're gonna want to get CENTCOM on the line.
Hey, see? Okay, bye, have a great time. Listen to Rip. Vampire's like, we win. They won in this playthrough. Ah. Man. Seeing Salim die is just like, no. Not accepting that as canon. If they were ever to do a sequel to this story in whatever form, Salim should be a survivor. So there's more, of course, to see, but we've killed all the characters. Thanks, Lucinda. That was rough to see, actually. When a character that you really like gets off like that. Oops, wrong button. Sorry.
This horror will grow mild. This darkness, light. What a mess that turned out to be. At least your charges cannot suffer any longer. Well, not in this life. I look forward to our next encounter. Perhaps I'll choose a story that's a little more homely next time. Somewhere you'll be guaranteed of a decent night's sleep. Rest assured, wherever it is, you'll find it extremely hard to leave. Until the next time. You know the way out.
Brutus, boo. Indeed.
You're late, and you look like shit.
I just got off the red eye. What's your excuse?
Good flight?
Oh, shit movie, shit meal, no leg room.
They cram me in the back?
By the toilets.
Nice.
Coffee wasn't so bad, though. Good fucking muffins.
Did you read the brief?
On the flight. How's it going with the analysis team?
Messy. We're still trying to piece it together. The ISG unit was entirely wiped out. We scraped up what we could. I hope that muffin doesn't make a reappearance.
And the entities?
Like nothing we've seen before. Kolchak Jason, First Lieutenant, Marine Force Recon.
The best of the best, huh?
Or so they advertised. KIA.
Cause of death?
The entities got him. Ripped him to shreds.
Zip him up. So they cooperated with an Iraqi soldier down there?
Republican Guard, if you can believe it.
You retrieved his body? Show me. What the hell is that? Bag it. I want this area clean for examination.
The analysis team are still pulling specimens from the site. It's carnage down there.
They used dynamite?
We don't know how they got their hands on it.
Ah, shame. His testimony could have been valuable. This is like Winterfold all over again.
Uh-huh. Ah, and here we have Colonel Eric King, our in-house genius. He definitely got more than he bargained for.
Those two were married, right?
In the loosest sense of the word. He felt his death.
Yeah, I've read the report.
Wonder if there's more to it than that.
The answer to that died with him. This comes down to Kalis. It mistook the temple for Saddam's weapon depot.
Piece of shit system.
I wouldn't say that. It's been a big find for us. We've been lucky.
This is your definition of lucky?
You can say goodbye to sleep for a while.
The parasite. Where is it?
It's still in her. Dead as she is.
You read her profile.
Yeah. She could have gone far. If this hadn't happened. We still on for next Sunday?
Janet's making hot pot. You bet your ass we're on.
I'll never get used to this job.
Why would you want to?
At least this one was localized.
Small blessings.
So, what do you make of it all?
Doesn't matter what I think. Only thing that matters is controlling the flow of information. As far as the world knows, not a damn thing happened here.
You want to know what it means to be a killer? Think of the most profound thing you've ever done. The most beautiful thing you've ever created. And I promise you, it's nothing compared to watching the life bleed out of someone. To see the fear in their eyes. To feel them pawing at you for release. To hear them pleading, begging. That's true art. That's what you have to be, an artist. I've left my mark on the world. Have you?
Listen to weird, there was some missing dialogue there, but the subtitles were, yeah. I don't remember that happening in the Xbox version, actually. It also happened, there was actually, that reminds me, there was a bit of dialogue from Salim that actually was, that didn't come through as well. Thanks for the GGs, Lucinda. Even though it's terrible circumstances, yeah. Yeah, thank you for the GGs. Harbinger all dead, so GG. That's it, Harbinger. Yep, all the characters died. So that's the only playthrough in which I'll have all the characters die. And if there are any playthroughs in the future where characters die, Salim won't be one of them. You can bet your ass on that. However, if there is a situation where to get some collectible a character has to die and it ends up being him, then I'll have to do that again. But I haven't looked into it, but I would assume that there isn't anything that can be missed, because it seems like all the locations that you visit that you can actually explore in and walk around in are possible to be in at all points. But I'd have to look into that at a future time. But the next playthrough that I'll be doing of this game won't be until October, as part of my supermassive marathon that I'm going to be doing. So that's the all characters die ending, and there was something interesting there. There may be something about it in some other game in this series, but it just stood out to me as a potential future title or a place that gets used in a future Dark Pictures title. But one of the characters in the post-credits scene said something about Winterhold. So maybe there might be a game in this series in the future that takes place there or is about that incident or something like that. But the next one in the series that we'll be releasing is Directive 8020, which comes out this year. Hammond, you can't believe it's almost time for Spooktober again. That's true, dude. Like, time is going really, really quick as well. September, October, November, December. So I've got 4 months to get through all the anniversary playthroughs I've still got lined up. All my annual playthroughs, with the exception of a few games, are actually done. But that is the end of House of Ashes. I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. The next stream that you'll see from me will be GTA 5, and if you see me streaming that game again, then that means it's become Wednesday for me here in Australia. It was good to do this playthrough. I felt like playing this game and wanted to not wait until October, so I figured as well that it would be a good opportunity to get the ending where all the characters die, and for the fact too that Salim is my favourite character, and if I'm ever going to do a playthrough of him dying, I'd rather do it when all the other characters are dying too. So we've achieved that, so that's good. Just want to thank everyone so much for watching this stream. I really do appreciate it. Going to give some shout outs. Would like to highly recommend people check out Lucinda, who's playing through Assassin's Creed Unity for her first time ever, is also doing Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla as part of that series playthrough. Those streams happen on Mondays and Tuesdays, so that's the one that she's currently on. Is also doing a playthrough of the game Deathloop, is a big fan of games like The Last of Us Part 1 and 2, as well as the Resident Evil series, and stealth games on the lines of the Dishonored series. Crocodiles has been doing some games like Burnout 3, as well as Rocket League. He's also a fan of Assassin's Creed, and he's got some more playthroughs lined up towards the end of this year. But his most recent one was Valhalla, doing a stealth challenge. He's also doing a playthrough of Batman Arkham Knight at the moment as well. I'm in a Bear Suit is playing some Red Dead Redemption 2. He also has Red Dead Redemption 1, and because 2 is a prequel, even though it came out years after the first one, he's playing it in timeline order. So that's Red Dead 2 first, and then Red Dead 1. He's also a fan of games like The Last of Us. He most recently did a playthrough of the remake on, and he was doing on grounded difficulty. He also is a big fan of the From Software titles, especially the Dark Souls games. Mr. Gote is doing some Warframe. He's also doing games like the Outlast series, as well as Dead Space. He's a big fan of those, as well as a lot of other horror stuff too, like these supermassive games, Until Dawn and The Quarry as well. And Lightus does a lot of retro stuff. He's a big fan of franchises like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Tekken. And so he does a lot of those kinds of games, but also old school Resident Evil. And Amateur Tech is doing the Tomb Raider games at the moment. At least the old school ones. I don't know if he'll be doing the ones beyond that, but he's currently on Tomb Raider 2. So highly recommend checking out those streamers if you haven't before. Lucinda, that's okay for the stream. Yeah, I'm happy to get that playthrough done and dusted. But yeah, it's like the endings of GTA 5 where, you know, the other two endings I'm just like, no. Much prefer the other ending, and in this game's case, the ending where Salim survives. Not that he's the only character that I like in this game story. Of course, I do like the other characters, but Salim is my favorite one. And that's okay for the shout out, Lucinda. Absolutely no trouble at all. You understand totally. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's just so annoying sometimes, when a character that you really like dies. But I knew ahead of time, of course, what I was going to experience. But yeah, still such a shame. It's like, no, Salim never dies. What you saw there is not what I would consider the canon ending. But that's just me personally. I actually don't know. Like, I wonder what the writers of the scripts and stuff for these games would actually consider to be the canon ending, I said before, but I'll say it again. I really feel like, I mean, there are sort of like spin-off games that they've already done, but I think it'd be cool to actually do some games that aren't necessarily the same style. And I don't know how people who are fans of Supermassive would feel about that, because obviously when a company gets known for a certain genre of game, it's a bit hard for them to do something a bit different. So I don't know how it would go across, but if they were to do a story where they carried on from one of the endings where Salim and Jason actually survived the story, it'd be good to have like a spin-off thing where it's them going around the world looking for other sites where, vampiric creatures are actually existing, and the game is going around to them and actually taking care of them. So we're going to go and raid Queen of Skeletons, who's playing a first-person shooter called Blood. It's one of those old-school first-person shooters. So I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Here's a general raid message that people can use. I also have a raid message that includes some free follower emotes as well. And I'll also post in chat a version that has my subscriber emotes included. See you next time, Brutus. Thank you for being here too. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. I hope you all have a good one. The next stream you'll see from me for my Wednesday stream will be GTA 5. Same with Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is GTA. And on Friday, I'll be doing a playthrough of Tomb Raider 3 to celebrate its 25th anniversary. On Saturday, I'll be resuming my Assassin's Creed 2 Italian language playthrough, where I'm actually playing through the game with the spoken language set to Italian. I still have English subtitles, but the spoken dialogue is in Italian. And when I finish that, I'll be replacing it with another Assassin's Creed game, but I haven't actually figured out what that one will be yet, but I definitely will before the day. So there's the current schedule. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and catch you next time.